Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for May 3rd, 2019. Today we're looking at the USDCAD, the US dollar versus Canadian dollar for today's trade analysis. Before I look at the charts, it's important for me to recognize the fact that we have significant news coming up out of the US, coming up at the bottom of the hour, 8:30 a.m. Eastern US time, about 30 minutes from the recording of this video, so it could change everything that I'm speaking about here, but we'll talk about what the current situation is on the dollar CAD. Currently, we have a trend that is live and active right now. You can see it going at the bottom of the chart. 133.85 was our long. We've already closed some profit, protected profit, sitting 83 pips currently on the trade. Doesn't mean there's not new opportunities to be had, just means we currently have an open position on the dollar CAD. We are in a rising trend channel. I know it's a little tough to see it. A lot of lines here on the chart, but the blue lines, two blue lines, diagonal blue trend lines sitting here. You can see the rising lows and the rising highs along those blue trend lines. We're somewhat close to the middle of that rising channel around the green shaded area, 133.55, or sorry, 134.55, 134.30. As we look back in time along that green shaded area, a couple places I want to point out here, and I'll just circle them here with some blue circles right here. Historical resistance around this same area, and not too far prior to that we had some other resistance. So we know with some fact now that historically we've seen resistance into this green zone, same 134.55, 34.30 level that we spoke about here a moment ago. That's resistance. That helps us identify that as future support. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Maybe it makes it easier to see some of this. Again, there's your same resistance green shaded area. There's the current market sitting just above that area as now support. We saw earlier in the week a dip back down to the blue zone. By the way, that's where we took the long at the blue shaded area into support. Then we saw the market push right back around and go back above the green zone. Today, sitting above 34.55 now as support. The risk is that the market gets back under the green zone. So what we're watching is the US data. What's going to happen at NFP? If it's positive or negative for the US, it's going to lead the direction for this currency pair. If it's positive for the US, challenging back to the yellow zone as resistance, or even a breakout above that resistance, may be the action that the market takes. If it's a good, solid, decent data for the US, and the dollar rallies again, that's what we'll look for. Maybe even pushing back to the top of our longer term trend channel to the pink shaded area, 135.70. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Especially if you have an opportunity to be in the market. Now, of course, negative news would also see the opposite. Negative news would send this back under the green zone, targeting back down to the blue zone. That would be the expectation. It's not a guarantee, but that's the expectation. Of course, crude oil falling over the past couple of days has been a boost for this to go higher as well. Dollar CAD will rise on falling crude oil. So we've kind of had the perfect storm in the past 2 days. Falling crude, rising US dollar has given way for this to push back from the blue zone back above the green zone. Now we're looking for new opportunities. 4-hour time frame, take it down to the next smaller time frame. Currently we are sitting above that green zone as support. So I would say that if you're looking for a long opportunity with positive news at NFP above 134.55, targeting the yellow zone or higher, maybe even all the way to the pink zone for the dollar CAD today, your risk and stop loss, of course, clearly just underneath the green shaded area. That's where my current stop loss is locked in, by the way, with profit on the current trade. So stop loss should be under the green zone, targeting the yellow zone and pink zone on positive NFP for the US. Negative, we may start to see setups back in the other direction for the dollar CAD today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.